Going to be a little somewhat different. I look like I come from the old times. I look like an old man. I used to be a young kid a long time ago. It's funny how I used to say in the future when I get older. Now I'm talking. Isn't this funny looking right over here? It looks like a pair of boobs. A face over here, something like from the Addams Family. What is it? It's absolutely nothing. It's absolutely nothing, but that's what it looks like to me. What I'd like to talk about is crazy. Just the world is crazy when you walk and you see the different types of people that come from different countries over the borders, and you ask yourself, why did they, or how come they wanted to come here? Why were they seeking refuge? And then in other times you would say to yourself, we caused war, they fled their country. We have to send them all over the world. Send them all over the world. We keep invading countries and sending them all over the world. I feel like I'm Messer. I don't like to show my body off. It's not right. This is supposed to be serious stuff, right? Sending it all over the world so that we become so different. Every society that is what it is today, we're learning from different people that are moving in. And then when they move in drones, you have 5% from, let's say, Africa, and 5% from England, and 5% from Israel, and 5%, and then 5% from 20 places in the world. And then when it comes to voting, people don't have the same mental capacity as each other. We're all different. And then the person that's trying to be elected is going towards these people. And it's just so hard to explain. But forget about that. We went through 2 minutes of Irishkite. One of the word games that I do like is the word problem. And when you say the word at the end of problem, it could say lemon, it could say pro, it could be blem for blemish, but lem or ma means to like in French. I was listening to some Spaniards laugh today, and it sounded like the laugh of Scooby-Doo or the pink gorilla. Where do we come from? Were we gorillas before? Were we apes? Were we any of the animals? Apparently it was it proven that we don't come from monkeys because the line stopped? Who said that the creator, or is that Darwin's theory? Who says that the creator of us didn't use all these animals before it created us, right? Like test, we're in the test cycle. You test the human being, and then you test the signal station. Because in order for us to communicate with the outer world, we have to have a signal testing station. And it's Seaton is the name of that station. Seaton 1 and Seaton 2. Some might say Satan. I'm saying Seaton. This is how my project began. I wanted to talk a little bit about three major realities that's set before us. One is the moon of Earth, the moons of Mars, Mars itself, the sun, and a planet I've heard of. You ever heard of this planet? Planet Earth? Maybe I should get a little bit more. Planet Earth. Well, I'm not too sure if the autofocus was on, but now I took it off. Do I look a little bit better? A little different? Planet Earth. So what I like to do, and I've done this 1,000 times, and every time I do it might be a little bit different. And since I have 20 views per video, I guarantee you on 7,500 videos, somebody that's watching this has never seen it. Are you seeing what's going on with my mouth? I have a little thing I'm sucking. After it's finished being sucked, I go to bed. At least within 15 minutes, so it works. Do you want to know what it is? I should tell you all about my life? I should be so transparent? It's a secret. You have to go through all my videos to find out. Not in the mood to go into that right now. I don't know you. I don't know you. And this is kind of personal. Or is it? Or should it be? But anyways, I'm old and gray. Well, I don't feel old. Still feel 18. Anyways, how you doing, George Carlin? So the moon is number 57. Earth is number 52. Why do my eyes look so... Are they red? I'm tired. The moon is number 57. Mars is number 51. Now, the alphabet, I had to take it out. The alphabet has 26 letters, but when you put A first and Z last and connect them, you have 26 and 1, 27. So the total reverse alphabet of any letter is always 27. So the word moon has 4 letters. So 4 times 27 equals to 80, and 4 times 7 equals to 28. Oh my God, 28. Cycle of the moon. I don't like to use 27.4. I like to use 28. You know when the door is starting to close and the door is completely closed? I want to just show you something. Here's a circle. Look at it like this, look at it like this, and all of a sudden, no moon. First you see the moon, now you see the whole moon, part of the moon, and now you see none of the moon. Let's get rid of that. All right. We can go on to what the design of the S letter is, but I don't want to talk about it. Mars and the moon. So the moon equals to 4 letters times 27 is 80, which is relevant to communication. Why is it relevant to communication? In French, it's 80, which means 4 times 20. 4 times 20 is weed. 8 is the numeric value for the heavens. 0 is actually the value of taking the left side and the right side. With the left side and the right side of what? If you go straight through, it becomes 4, 5, and 6. You know the cross on your telephone, 2, 5, 8, 4, 5, 6. So going straight through 5, one spirit. I've always liked to call the 0 the 6 zone. The 6 zone. And one of the reasons for that is, here's that 6. Now 0 would be an 8, right? But it's man 6 to the 8 heaven. And I don't want to use the 2 corners, but I'm going to use the rest. 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is going to create my H. I can't explain it any better than this 6 with the 1 spirit. And all around the 1 is 8 empty spaces. Did I explain that properly? All around the 1 is 8 empty spaces to this 6 of the 1 spirit. Everything I do already exists. It's a lighter. It's a lime lighter. It's a mouse. So I talk about all these things, and because of their spelling, you can also look at the design, but now we're getting intricate into this. I just want to stick to basic before we expand. So I also like to work with the vibration. Do you see the T? Look at that, 2 T's, 2 T's. What does it look like an H and H, or does it look like, I'm off the subject, right? What do you call those things? Cactuses, but forget about this. So what I like to use is the vibration of 2, 3, 4. And because the 1 spirit of creation to the half-life of 6, because the greatest diameter, it's so hard to explain this, because you're going to say, what? What do you mean? Why do you say it? Why do you do this? If you were right here with me now, you would completely understand it's an equation that I create. And the words that I speak are because of old stories that came out of the numbers, right? So you have the 8 empty spaces around 1 to the 6. Now, if we go to the deck of cards, we're talking rectangular. If we go to the cube, we're talking cube, one area space. There's also another way to look at this, but I don't want to get into it. I started to talk about the moon. So the moon is a total of 57. The 4 letters create 108, so the difference between the moon 57 is 51. So I divide it by 4. 57 divided by 4 is 14 and a quarter. Quarter means Earth. This will be your DNA into the sun. Divided by 3, it will equal to the spirit. Divided by 2, it becomes beta creation, the passage of 55. 2 times 3 is 6, but 2 plus 3 is 55, or 65 if I multiply it. Now, if I multiply it, we're now talking about whether the dice cube is this way or this way. This is addition, this is multiplication. What does it do? Well, if you take a look at the 6, and I go for multiplication, I got 3 full levels, 2 dots on each side with 2 empty spaces. If I turn it this way, okay, you can actually see, let me see if I can take this card out. You can actually see that there's 1 dot here, there's a dot here with an empty space, there's a dot here with an empty space, there's a dot here with an empty space, a dot here with an empty space. That's the difference. This is addition, this is multiplication because you connect the corners for the greatest distance, and this is addition, connecting the corners, creating the addition. Okay, that's the story that comes out of the dice. So that's what so now when I go to the reverse for Mars 51, it's 4 times 12.75. See the 7.5 here and the 7.5 on the moon, telling me Mars is now connected to the moon. This becomes 3. 1 and 2 is 3. 7 and 5 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 3.3. Christ, the masses. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 and 9 is 15. It will create 6. This will create the DC energy because there's further math equation, further distance in a math equation. 4 times 3 is 12. And the point, 4 times 3 is 12. So it'll be 12.12, 12.12. Instead of it saying 7.5, it'll say 12.12. Then the Mars, the continuation, is 3 times 17. 3 and 7 is 8, equals to 24. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4. And there's another equation. I'm just showing you how I get to numbers. When we come to Mars over here, I think I got this wrong. I think this is 25.5. This number, 2 times 25.5 will equal to your, and that again is your limiter, your 55. And that 55, okay, 5 and 5 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. Okay, which is telling me beta creation of the one spirit. Somebody else created a spirit. What does it mean, beta creation? I don't understand. Alpha, beta, Father, Abba, 55, 5 times 5, 5 plus 5 equals 25 and 10, 35. So what I do is I take the 35 and put it to the 7, and I take the 5, put it to the 5 to create, what am I doing? Let me show you. So I had 55, so I have 25, which is Earth, okay, and 10. The total equals to 35 and 15. If I go to the moon and I go over to Mars, because Mars is now 51. 5 and 5 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. 7 and 3 is 10. Where does this get me? The opposite on this is a 6. So I'm now on Route 66. Route 66 meets or exchange for I-80. I forget where communication comes in at 80. It's been calculated a long time. I always talk communication, 9 lives of the cat inside this over here. I don't know why the, is it me? Oh no, it's not the autofocus. So what I try to do is that on our phone pad, it's this. This is where the spirit is. This is the B world, and this is in creation. Creation of man's birth. The number to man is 13, and A1 14, and N 14 28, and the cycle of the moon. Earth 25, matrix 85. 74 Christ on the cross, and time 14 sun DNA, 17 the gateway. 1 and 7, the 17th letter is the Q. Maybe Quebec, maybe the water dams. 3 and 6, creation of man. It's also the woman. I forget where that equation comes in, but it's a part of the creation of your root 66. Something to do with the woman, I forget. 6 and 9 is your percentage to the heavens, and the reason for that is this. The 6 and the 9, you have your 8 here, and then if you want, you have your 2 I's or your F or your 7, whatever you want to do. So this is what it's telling me. I'm not sure how much you're going to understand of this. There was also Earth, which is number 52, 25 reverse. So in the calculation of Mars, 2.55 times 2 equals to 2.50, is it? See, I have a mistake and I made a story. 2.55, yes, I'm absolutely right, equals to 51. Right. Now, Earth is number 52. And inside the calculation, 5 times 5, okay, keeping the cube this way, equals to the 25 Earth. 10, I forget exactly what 10 is, but 10 you have to understand, how do you get 10? 2 and 8, 5 and 5, 4 and 6, 3 and 7. So what it does is it encompasses this whole numeric value. It encompasses this, without using the 5, you have 3 and 7, 4 and 6, 1 and 9, 2 and 8. All create your 10. There's a red 10, which is 19. There's a red 10, 37, 28, 46 are black 10s. Roulette told me that. Okay, so 2, 3, 4 is the Earth's vibration. But what do we do with 2, 3, 4 with the reverse? 4 times 2 1/4 equals to your 9. 3 times 3 equals to your 9. 2.45 times 2 equals to your 9. This is in the sun. Back to the sun. Beta creation in the sun. Creation in creation. Beta creation in Earth. 4, 3, and 2. What comes from 4, 3, 2? What comes from 4, 3, 2? Imagine it's here and 2, 3 is over here. Okay, what comes from 4, 3, 2? 4, 3, 2. We end up with 6, 7, 8. To bring it to 1, 1, 1, we end up with 9, 1, 2. 9 and 4, 13. 9 plus 4 is 13. And this is where you're going to get your AC/DC power. 1 and 3 is 4. 2 and 2 is 4. This will get your AC power and into AC/DC and into the moon. What else is next? Oh, and then you're going to go and get 3, 4, 5 for the 7th gate. 4 and 3, 3 and 4, 2 and 5 into Earth. Earth shows up right over here. Well, we could have put the numbers anywhere. So we have 2, 5, 8, 1, 4, 7, 3, 6, 9. I'd like to use the 1 month of 29 days, although all the months have 29 days. 1 month of 29 days, 4 months of 30 days, 7 months of 31 days, 217, 120, and I like to use, let's say, 28 and the asterisk over here. So you'll have 15 Mars, 5, 3. Because these two will come together. Do you follow what I'm saying? Creation of 15, 5 carried a 1 into the 6, 365. There's just so many how can I say it, so much stuff going on, so much stuff. I'm not sure who understood this. I'm not really happy with the video. I shouldn't have put on the first part that I was talking about the people, but I did. It's Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. This is the year of 2020. This is the year of karma. This is karma's year. You like my guy in the background? Thank you for watching this video. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Do it.